Well, I haven't done many photos of the trail so far, but this is a beautiful little path through here. And Georgia has some of the nicest trailway. I mean, there are parts that are rocky, but there are also parts that are just really flat and dirt. See, there's no rocks or roots on the trail at all. And it makes for really nice walking. And it's kind of nice here how the shadows from the trees kind of cross over the path and over the grass here. Another month, this will all be nice and green. Nice place to camp. It's about 1.1 north of Neel's Gap. I think it's Bull Gap. I may be mistaken about that, but anyway, it's a mile north of Neel's if you need a place to camp. So just to fill you in, Daniel is gone. He stopped at Neel's Gap and he made it over Blood Mountain barely. His knees are giving him problems again. So I gave him the trail name Wounded Knee. But gonna miss him out here on the trail. We pretty much cracked up all the way from Springer to Neel's Gap, and never a dull moment. It's good to have somebody with you who has a sense of humor when it's pouring rain and cold, and keeps your spirits up. Anyway, Daniel, don't think of this as a failure. As long as you had fun, this trip was a success. There will be many more ahead. Garvey, come here. So this is home for the night. I am in between Tesnatee and Hogpen Gap, and just walked over Cow Rock Mountain, which is right over here. That biggin you see right there in the distance. And before that was Wolf Laurel Top, which was nice. Took a big hour and a half lunch there. Low miles today. That's kind of how it is when you're coming out of town with a big old box full of food, which is the case today. Just going to take it easy. Better a Nero than a zero. And probably going to finish up my hot tea. Maybe make something to eat, get into bed early, and try and get to a little bit closer to Unicoi Gap. Could possibly go into Helen. Here you see my bed and Garvey's bed. And hopefully it is a little bit warmer tonight than last night. It got really cold. Anyway, we'll check back with you later. All right, just want to give you a quick tour. Blue Mountain Shelter. Last time I was here was '98, and they didn't have this little extension and roof on it. It was just that taller part. Not the greatest shelter in the world then, but done a few improvements. Put a bench here, cooking area. No food hanging on the interior. It's all just right over here on these bare cables, which you can't really see, but they're over there. And it's a misty morning. We've just stopped here for breakfast, and we are headed down to Unicoi Gap, and we're going to try and get into Helen. Be the first shower since Springer, first laundry, and we're going to try and get some good German food. Garvey and I are both of German origin, and it would be a disgrace not to stop into Helen and get beer and schnitzel. And for those of you who have dogs, Helen is a very dog-friendly place. Anyway, the battery's running out. I'm going to get charged back up down in town, and we'll talk to you then. Alright, so check this out. I'm in Helen, Georgia at the Super 8. This is a pretty pimpin' pool for a Super 8. I mean, we got a mini grotto going on there. Not bad at all. It's warm in here. I guess it's about 40 degrees outside. If I haven't mentioned it before, I love Helen. Helen is dog friendly, and I'm traveling with my clean dog there, even though he's scratching. We all scratch. It's clean. They even have blow dryers here. If you are traveling with a dog on the AT, I highly recommend Helen, Georgia. There are many dog-friendly places here. Outdoor cafes where dogs are welcome. Of course, here at the Super 8, dogs are welcome. And many of the shops and businesses allow dogs also. Garvey scored a few biscuits in shops earlier. He's a natural-born yogi. Isn't that right, Garvey? So anyway, yeah, Helen, Georgia has my thumbs up over Hiawassee. Nothing wrong with Hiawassee, but you got a long way to go to catch up with Helen, Georgia. One of my favorite towns on planet Earth. So we're going to take advantage of this hot water, and this is the perfect remedy for sore muscles and aching bones. Here's where we stayed last night, the Super 8. And it is right next door to the Alpine Huddle House. Have you ever seen a huddle house that looked like that? Pretty cool, huh? So I'm just going to take you through a bit of a tour of Helen before we head back to Unicoi Gap. Our mission today, get to Hiawassee so Garvey can be reunited with DOG. And we'll see you a bit down the street. It's quite noisy, but here is the Chattahoochee River that you see over here. And this is where Garvey and I had dinner last night, right there at one of those tables. And there's all kinds of outdoor places around here. Most of them are seasonal. It'll be another month or so before they open up. I think their last really big season is Christmas. Then it just kind of dies down for a few. Paul's Steakhouse over there, famous place. And there's a little bit of a river walk down there. It kind of goes under this bridge and over to the other side. I'll take you right downtown in just a second here. A little better shot of the Troll Tavern where we ate last night. Really nice place. They were playing good music too. Good music in my opinion anyway. And we have a few more shops around here. And I'm going to just walk down the stairs here, go under the bridge and take you over to the other side. And just a quick look up here at this balcony. Great woodwork here. Really nice. And the whole place is like this. Another place, Rib Country, just on the other side of the river. They feature live music and dogs are allowed, which is very cool. And over here, looks like we got some pansies going. And there are flowers all over this place, year round. And what would an alpine village be without tulips? Starting to pop up already. Very cool. And over here we've got a nice assortment of flowers. Somebody did a really good job here of planting and planting. And there is a view across the street. As you can see, not many people here this time of year. But there are times when the sidewalk is just jam-packed. And there's artwork everywhere, hand painting, on just about all of the buildings. Really cool. Some trompe l'oeil, faux architecture painted around the windows there. Pretty cool. And this is the main tourist drag right here, where you have all your fudge, kettle corn, funnel cakes, all that kind of stuff. Anything you'd expect in a tourist town. And here we have the Blue Star Memorial, or the Blue Pentagram Memorial, however you choose to look at it. Tribute to the armed forces that defended the United States of America. Right on. Here we have the Higher Ground Coffee and More. Couldn't you have thought of a better name? Why is it that hair salons and coffee shops always have to use puns in their names? Anyway, you need coffee. Here's the place to get it. And here at the Swiss German Plaza, we have a bear there, lederhosen. T-shirts, more painting, and the one that was really interesting me yesterday is this right here. We've got kind of a relief. It's been painted directly onto the stucco, and that's pretty impressive to me. It's a beautiful scene. Reminds me of my heritage. And as you see, you are welcome. Hansel and Gretel. Nice little waterfall. And this is just a cool place to sit and chill. Love the architecture. Started with just a couple business owners back in, I think, '68. They had the idea just to kind of dress up their facades to attract tourism. And they came up with a German theme on a couple of the buildings. Never had any official meetings. Never decided, hey, we're going to turn this into a Bavarian village. They just, a couple business owners did it. A couple more business owners did it. And then pretty soon everyone followed suit. And here's the result, just a charming little town tucked away in the mountains of North Georgia. And if you haven't figured it out by now, I love this place. But unfortunately, we are going to leave today. Got to go find a good spot to stick out the thumb and head to Hiawassee. So, goodbye, Helen. I'll be back, I'm sure. Real noisy. Sorry about the noise, but if you came for video quality, you came to the wrong channel. Anyway, the Schwarzwald bed and breakfast. Had to get a little shot of that. It's the region of Germany that my family is from. So, there it is. So this is the satellite store for Mountain Crossings. Bill Harris, proprietor, as well as DOG,
Shop dog.
the shop dog. And we also have Garvey reunited with DOG.
What a cutie patootie.
A happy
You're
day for
so
both of them.
cute.
And pretty
Oh,
cool
you
in here.
came
It's a
in
nice little,
That's
nice little outfitter. Pretty much everything you need for the trail right here.
He's so cute. What is it, cockapoo? Yeah. I had a cockapoo.
And I imagine there will probably be a few tents out on the lawn here tonight. It is supposed to storm pretty crazy around 4 o'clock-ish. So we'll be happy to be out of the woods, away from falling branches, etc. And it's break time. We are at a campsite just above Dix Creek Gap. Went into top of Georgia to get our resupply box, and the pack is feeling kind of heavy, as it always does when you resupply. I'm going to try and make the Plum Orchard Gap or a little bit further today, and then tomorrow we'll be in North Carolina. Okay, this is home for the night. We are just outside of Blue Ridge Gap, and we stopped here, I guess, about 4 o'clock. And we're just about 3 miles shy of Bly Gap. kind of ran out of steam, so we were looking for the campsite on Asnob, but it seems to have sustained some fire damage. I don't think there's a campsite there anymore, just a bunch of charred wood and leaves and branches. So this will work. Kind of stealthy. I don't know if you got a sharp eye, you can see the bear bag back there. And we've been staying nice and cozy in our Nemo Nocturne. Okay, that's it for tonight. Tomorrow, if all goes well, we're 3 miles from the Georgia-North Carolina border. And if I have some battery life, I will check back then. Well, good morning. We are in Bly Gap. We just made it across the Georgia-North Carolina line. And we are taking a short break for water. And we are just south of the gnarly tree. And the camping area here is actually closed. They are trying to revegetate that area over there and all the surrounding areas. Anyway, we are in North Carolina now. Here we have the peaceful summit of Albert Mountain. It's supposed to be snow tonight. I'm going to try and get down to Franklin, get a shower, and do some laundry. Down here we have Garvey.
Hey, nice shoes, man.
Exploring,
Oh, I really didn't
signing the
want blue,
register.
That's all they had. Got bright ass shoes too.
And there's the tower.
I wanted blue too.
You did want blue?
Yeah, but I got pink.
I want it.
Flowers.
Well, we're here in Franklin and it's quite windy. Getting a shot of the Sapphire Inn where we stayed last night. Ready to go over there across the street. It appears to be an old Howard Johnson's Motor Lodge. Great place to get out of the weather. As you can tell, the weather is it's a bit windy and cold. So anyway, we are headed back up to Winding Stair Gap in just a little while. And we'll see you up there. Well, good morning. This is the Sapphire Inn in Franklin, North Carolina. We stayed last night. You can see our packs right there by room number 1. Very nice stay. The pool isn't the greatest, but it's a little bit cold for swimming. And way back there in the mountains, you can see a little bit of snow on top. I imagine there's going to be a lot of snow at Winding Stair Gap. But anyway, a great stay in Franklin, good rest. Lots of places to eat here, and just over this way here, right up the hill at the next stoplight, is Coin Laundry. So if you have a down bag that needs to go into a commercial dryer, that's a good place to go. And we are waiting on the shuttle, which gets here at noon to take us to Winding Stair Gap. And of course it is starting to rain a little bit now that we're standing outside, but hopefully that's going to pass through. I don't think there's supposed to be a lot of accumulation of anything. We'll find out. And this is Franklin, North Carolina, the Budget Inn, where we did not stay because it was full. And that's quite an uphill there. We're about to hike up that. I'm looking at it level right now. But first, over to Outdoor 76 to try and find a bag liner, because it's going to be like 13 degrees Wednesday night. So hopefully some hot hands and a sleeping bag liner will help. And we'll check back with you in a minute. And we made it to the top of the hill. That's looking back down what we just came up. Beautiful view of the mountains. And this is downtown Franklin. It's not Scottish, it's crap. Very interesting mannequins. bookstores. Sort of an everything store. Gourmet kitchen. Rathskeller Coffee House and Pub. Look at these cool little go down the alley tube places. And Books Unlimited. Refreshing to see that there are still bookstores that haven't gone out of business yet. And here we have games and puzzles, that sort of thing. I think that's an extension of the bookstore. And once again, a pun for a hair salon headquarters. Haha, very, very clever. Very clever. You ought to promote your promotional department there.